YieldMax ETFs has announced a distribution for Group D, and one of the Group D popular ETF is MSTY. They are going to pay $1.47 on Friday, and you compare that to what they paid last month, $2.37. That's 90 cents difference. That's a huge cut, and it's very disappointing. But I want to remind you something. If you look, in March, they paid $1.38. In April, they paid $1.34. And in May, they paid $2.37. That's double from what they paid in April. So this month paying $1.47 is not end of story, because next month, for all we know, this can go to $2.80 to $3, because they've done that in the past. On average, MSTY has paid $2.56. And all in all, since inception, has paid $38.37. If we scroll down here, we can see that MSTY price of today, $22.19. With average distribution they paid, that makes annual yield of 138%. But if we take last distribution they're going to pay, which is $1.47, with the price of today, we are getting an annual yield of 80%. That's very low compared to the annual yield using our average. But if you are getting 80% yield, and let's say the ETF price does not decline, that's still really good. Now I want to show you how much was $1.47 came from return of capital. YieldMax ETF announces distribution on weekly pairs and Group D. For people who are new here, YieldMax has 4 groups, Group A, B, C, and D. And each group pays every month, but they also have 9 weekly pairs. Each week you're going to receive distribution from those 9 pairs ETFs, and with one of the groups, either Group A, B, C, or D. This group, of course, rotates every month. Now, the first ETF here is Chappy, which pays weekly. It's going to pay 35 cents, yield of 34%. GPTY 30 cents, 33%. LIFG 47 cents, 61%. QDTY 23 cents, 28%, RDTY 21 cents, 24%, SDTY 22 cents, 26%, OLT 9 cents, 79%, YMAG 21 cents, 70%, YMAX 17 cents, or 65%. For YMAX, this is a cut, because last week they paid 21 cents, this week paying 17 cents. That's 4 cents from what they paid last week. But for YMAX, this is very normal, because they usually pay between 13 cents to higher 20s. All those ETF I mentioned above, they are weekly distributing ETFs, and now monthly ETFs. AIYY is the first on our list here. Is going to pay 32 cents or 89%. AMZY 60 cents or 48%, Apply 31 cents or 31%, DSO 56 cents or 50%, MSTY $1.47, yield of 85.27%. And this yield is all based on the current price when they announce these distributions. SMCY $1.60, almost 100%. Winter $3.07, that's 104%. XYZ 87 cents or 110%. YQQ, the last on our list here, is going to pay 27 cents or 23%. Now, for return of capital, most of distributions paid are going to be almost 100% return of capital. The lowest of return of capital was Apply, about 89%. For MSTY, $1.47 they're going to pay would come from return of capital. As I've mentioned so many times, return of capital is an estimate. To know for sure how much return of capital you have received from distribution that you've been getting from YieldMax or Roundhill or any other ETF, you have to look at your income statement, and that will tell you exactly how much of that income came from return of capital or came from a regular income. Ex-date and record date for this week distribution is June 5th, 2025, which is tomorrow, and payment date is June 6th, 2025, Friday. So if you don't own any of these ETFs, you won't be able to receive this week distributions. If you want to know exactly when you're going to get paid, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button, so whenever I release a new video, you'll receive updates. And if you like this type of content, as always, please smash the like button And don't forget to leave your comment below. What do you think about this weekly distribution? Are you happy or are you disappointed that MSTR has cut almost 90 cents? The other distribution update comes from Roundhill. Roundhill Investment has announced the distribution for 0-day to expiry cover call ETF, XDTE, QDTE, RDTE, and YBTC. This is crypto, so it's different from these three. XDTE 25 cents, QDTE 21 cents, RDTE 30 cents, YBTC 42 cents. Ex-date and record date for Roundhill ETFs is pretty much the same as YieldMax, which is June 5th tomorrow. And payment date is Friday, June 6th. Also, let me know in a comment below, do you own any of Roundhill ETFs? And if you do, which one is your favorite, QDTE, XDTE, or RDTE? The last thing I want to update you on is net asset for MSTY. YieldMax ETFs has accumulated 4.53 billion asset under management for just one ETF, and this is MSTY. So this tells you that a lot of people are buying this ETF, because if people are selling, of course, this net asset will go down. MSTY from YieldMax is one of the top favored MSTR ETF, which is good. You want to see the fund you're investing in has a lot of asset under management, because the bigger money they have, the more is protected. Not in terms of price or NAV, but overall protection. They can do a lot of other things and other strategy if so they choose. So guys, this was just a quick update on YieldMax and Roundhill distribution for this week. And we also looked at MSTR distribution comparison between what they paid last week versus this week. And the last thing we looked is how much MSTR has accumulated in terms of asset under management. That's all I have for today. Again, if you like this type of content, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share with someone you think this video might help. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video that I'm going to release very soon. Bye bye.